Hey guys, welcome to a super quick power scrap. This one actually, I had thought about this video a lot while I was working and I knew exactly what I wanted to do with it when I got home. Now, I am scrapping photos from when my daughters went to watch Garfield, the second movie that was out. And I originally I was going to create a lasagna and put that on the thing. But then I thought about it and I thought, I want to use a stencil, but use it in a different way so it resembles something else. Now, this is a stencil that I've had for eons, and it's actually bark. It's meant to look like tree bark, okay? But if you turn it on the side and you just put texture paste through it, then you put some color over the top, it could look like the swirls on top of a lasagna. You know how you have the cheese mixing through the bechamel sauce and, you know, a little bit of the tomato sauce always ends up on the top. I thought it sort of looked like that. So I decided, you know, today's little thing that we can learn is just because your stencil, and I'm talking about the ones that are for textures, okay? I'm not talking about stars, hearts, circles, that sort of thing. I'm talking about things like tree bark or carpet or blotches or things like that. If there is in any way, I have skipped a bit here, by the way. I do have to explain this. Sorry. I have gone ahead and used the Paper Rose Studio INKY 1.0 6x6 collection, and I'm down to dregs. So I actually did this off camera to see if I had enough of that to sort of make a sort of collage-y looking background behind the two large photos. And then I pulled out my SHIMMERZ paints. I don't have a lot of them, but I do have some, and I love them. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love them. For us down here in Australia, we don't, to order them directly from SHIMMERZ, it's too expensive. Okay. But there are suppliers that do have them. I know Crazy Craft Obsession stock them. And I don't know. There is someone else, but I can't remember who it was. But someone else does have them. And I bought some from there. And I really do I love how creamy they are. I love the shimmer that's in them. I love the colour. But for me personally, they're a bit expensive to spend sort of $6 or $7 on just one little pot. So that's just for me. If you are more than happy to spend that, go for it, because it really is a beautiful, wonderful product. It really is. Now, I love how those two, so these two colours that I used is Bumbly Bee. These are SHIMMERZ paints, SHIMMERZ. Bumbly Bee, and I used Carrot Top. And those two colours blended really, really well with the papers that I put behind. And when you're looking at it up close, those colours match Garfield perfectly. So it worked really well. Now, because this is a power scrap, this is where I'm just making decisions and I go ahead and I don't muck around with it. I just decide I'm going to do it. And I asked Taylor, and she always keeps the receipts for me, which is, you know, your cinema docket. She kept them for me, and I don't always put this sort of thing in my albums, but I did do it, and I thought, you know, it'll be interesting in years to come when we look back, because I know I do it now. I look at the price of a cinema ticket and go, oh, whoa, I remember when. We all do that, right? So I decided to add tickets, and then I realized that we needed a little bit more definition because all the colors are wonderful and colorful and bright, but they're all sort of blending into each other. So we need a little bit of definition. So I pulled out my Distress ink. So it's not my oxide, it's just my Distress ink. And it is in black soot, and it just, when I use my Distress Oxide black soot, it is very creamy because it's got that pigment ink in with the dye ink, and it's wonderful and I love it on certain applications. But I find when I'm going around the outside of the edge, the borders, whatever. I prefer more of a jet black sort of ink. So I did buy the black Soot in Distress ink in the larger 3x3, and I love it. I'm really, really happy with it, and I feel like I use it more in that application. So can you see now how I've put that black, I distress the edges of everything because I'm really liking that grungy distress look at the moment. I'm very much into it. I am not at Snoopy on my watch, by the way, in case anyone's curious. They keep trying to focus and see what that is. It's Snoopy on my iPhone, on my Apple Watch, and it is, I'm having to MacGyver a letter here, guys. And Jen got hold of my phone, and she changed the front of my, you know, the display thingy on your watch, and it's pretty funny because she decided that I was going to be looking at Snoopy, and Snoopy cracks me up because when I'm at work, Snoopy does all different things, and you know, when you're vacuuming the 3rd floor for the day, it gives you a little chuckle. I really enjoy it. It's great. So what else can I tell you? I am going to try and get another video done this week. I've taken the pressure off myself a little bit, and by telling myself that I only have to put up 2 a week, I've actually found myself sitting back going, oh, actually, I've got the energy. I could do another one. So stay tuned. I might do another one this week. Hopefully this weekend we will be, it will be dry weather because it's supposed to rain all week. Here we go again. I don't know if we're going to have a wet week. It says that we're going to have a wet week here in Queensland. I would love to not have that, but you know. Yeah, no, it says Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, rain. 70%, 95%, and 75% chance of it. Oh, and then it says Saturday and Sunday and Monday, rain. Maybe we won't be doing it this weekend. Damn it. No, we can do it. It won't matter if it's raining. We can do it. Yeah, so I'm raising up my title. I finally did my title. The stickers that I used are the Amy Tangerine Remarks letters. If you see these for sale anywhere, you know, whether it's Spotlight, it might be a chuck-out bin in your local scrapbooking store, you might find them online, grab them. They are actually really good. I struggled to use them initially because they're clear. They're a clear sticker. But if you add them to some cardstock, there's actually quite a lot of alphabet. And they come in 5 colours. So you get the orange, hang on, I'll tell you what they come in. You get orange, pink, which is like, so the orange is like a spiced marmalade. The pink is like a picked raspberry. The green, the aqua green, is more like a, I would say maybe a salvage patina. And then you've got like your twisted citron lime, and then you've got your black. So you actually have, and it comes with 720 letters and numbers, which is fantastic. And you get heaps. So if you ever find them, pick them up because they're really, really worth it, especially if you're scrapbooking photos from your children's childhood, because they're perfect for that. Now, I'm nearly finished this layout, guys. So I don't know why I put so much distress ink down then, but I did. I do that sometimes. I forget that it's a large one and you don't need to do that. I decided, because I glued this straight down, I felt like it needed a bit of a shadow under it to give it a little bit more depth on the page. So if you're someone that likes the appearance of everything being raised up on foam, but you're noticing that your albums are getting a little bit too chunky, if you do this, you don't have to do, I'm doing it really messy, but if you do it quite neatly, you can give your, if you're not confident to do it with black, use maybe some lost shadow or use a pumice stone or something like that, and it's a lot lighter. Even a grey watercolour, or a black one, add a bit of white paint to it, and if you just go around the borders of that, it gives you the illusion that there's a shadow there, and you get the shadow without the bulk. So, you know, today's tip, give it a crack, because honestly, and not quite often when you're looking at it there and then, you think, oh, that looks terrible. But when you stand it up and you move it on a different angle, it works. Give it a go. Let me know if you give it a go. And I did end up doing just a few random splatters because I felt that white going around the outside edge was a bit too stark white. So did that, and then I did this. I went and did some drop shadows, and I don't know why, but I went on the wrong side of the letter. See how I went inside the G? I actually normally do my drop shadows on the outside of the left hand side of the letter, so I really had to stop and think, and it didn't work properly, but that's okay. So actually, if I go back and do that R on the outside, that would work. But anyway, there's my layout, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm now going to give you the close-up. If you would like to support the channel, there is a plethora of ways you can do that for free. You can like it, you can subscribe to the channel, you can leave me a comment, leave me an emoji, anything you like, and that all helps my channel. If not, if you would like to help the channel with purchasing more supplies, you can click on my Buy Me a Coffee link in the description below. Can you tell I don't do voiceovers every day? I'm a bit rusty, aren't I? Thanks for watching, guys. I will chat to you later. Bye for now.